What's going on, y'all? This is Wes B back, another machine video. This video I want to show you guys how to edit multiple samples at the same time. Again, another tip that'll help you improve your workflow. So we have this loop that we chopped up. So we got our loop chopped up. Now first, I know you guys probably know that when you sample with Maschine and you go to apply your chops, you normally, or by default I think, it will assign to a pad. And when it's assigned to a pad, you have to go into keyboard mode and play out your samples. But if you assign them to a group, each individual chop will be on the individual pad. So if you have 8 chops, it'll be on the first 8 pads. If you have 16 chops, a chop will be on each pad. We're going to cancel that because we already done that, as you can see. All right. So we have 16 chops from this loop, and we assign each chop to a pad. Okay. Nice. So what are some things you got to do, though, to get them to play the way you want? Well, first, you got to change the polyphony to 1, and then you have to assign each chop to a choke group so that they cut each other off. Okay? But that can be, a little time consuming because you got to go through each pad, change the polyphony to 1, change the choke group to whatever choke group you're using. And if you want to do further stuff like changing the engine from standard to either MP60 or S1200, it could be tedious because then you have to go into page 3. You got to dial in these settings, if you want to customize your sound a bit more. And imagine having to do this for all 16 pads, right? You might not use all 16 pads, but still, just think about having to do this for multiple sounds. It can get very time consuming, can take up a lot of time, can kill your inspiration and your motivation at times. So how can you do this the quickest way? What's the quickest way to apply these settings to each chop? Well, hit select. All right, it's gonna bring up this screen. Now all you have to do is hit all. And once you hit all, the pad's gonna light up. All right, just like on the screen. When you hit all the sounds are going to turn gray. Just like that. So now, when we have all the sounds selected, now we can make any change we want, basically, and it'll be applied to every chop. So we have pad 11 selected right now. We're going to change it to MP60, right? And now, every pad is going to be set to MP60. So pad 1, MP60, pad 2, MP60. As you can see going, we can go to S1200 again. Now all the pads are set to S1200. And this works for, like I said, you go into the effects, you want to customize your sound even more. Let's say you want to change the filter. Let's go to a low pass filter. Now all the sounds have a low pass filter. So let's go back to the high pass real quick. Now let's unselect everything, and I'm gonna just change pad 11. I'm gonna change it to a low pass filter. That has the low pass filter, but not pad 12. So if you do want to change multiple samples at one time, select and then hit all. And now all your sounds are selected in that group, and now you can pretty much do whatever you want. And it'll be applied to every chop in the group. All right? So hopefully this helps. If you didn't know this already, hopefully I showed you something new that'll help you improve your machine beat making workflow. All right? I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one with some more machine tips and videos. All right? Tips and tricks, I should say. All right? Peace.